Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment. And James Cameron's The Abyss is getting a 1 day special release in December, back in theatres in glorious remastered 4K. That's right, The Abyss is coming back to the big screen for 1 day and 1 day only this December. And it's a special edition. Now, apparently, he showed this back in, I think it said May or somewhere like that, at some convention thing. And it was never really expected that it would ever be shown publicly, basically. But now it is. And of course, the question now, then, as well, is it going to get a 4K Blu ray release? Probably. There's already a special edition of this movie, but apparently this one is different. And there's no better person to explain exactly what to expect than James Cameron himself. So here's the man himself explaining exactly what you're getting.
Hi everyone, Jim Cameron here. I'm excited to announce that the special edition of The Abyss, which we remastered in 4K, is going to be presented in theaters this December. If you haven't seen the film before, this is the way to experience it. And if you have, you'll be seeing the film I actually set out to make, with some big surprises not seen in the original release version. I hope you'll take advantage of seeing The Abyss, my first ocean film, back in theaters.
So there you go. That's interesting to hear him say. If you've seen the movie, you're going to see things brand new and that will surprise you. Because the original special edition, which is basically the director's cut, is where you got, I suppose, spoiler if you haven't seen a movie that came out in 1989, but it's when Ed Harris' character Virgil is down in the alien ship, and they basically show him that they are going to destroy humanity because humanity is destroying the oceans. And that's where you get the scene of the tsunami coming in to San Francisco. That was in the director's cut, but apparently there's going to be even more to that. And just so you can see exactly some of this stuff, including that tsunami, there's also a trailer to announce that this movie is coming back. So let's have a look at the trailer. Here it is.
An American nuclear submarine went down. Your company has authorized the Navy's use of this facility for a rescue.
My people are not qualified for this. We're oil workers.
Lieutenant Koff will transfer it down to you with a SEAL team.
You'll do absolutely nothing without direct orders from me.
There is something down there. Something not us. Not human. Please, you have to trust me. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. We all see what we want to see. He sees hate and fear. You have to look with better eyes than that.
So there's the trailer to announce that it's coming back on the 6th of December for 1 day only, in glorious remastered 4K, back to the big screen. And if you haven't seen The Abyss, it's absolutely worth it. This is the movie. There's a bit of divided opinion on it. A lot of people kind of go, oh, it's a bit too eco, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. The rest of us just watch it and enjoy it. It is a great movie. Michael Biehn's character in it. You start seeing the deprivation symptoms starting to get to him, where he's down in the pressurized areas, that you get this symptom where you kind of start losing it, and that's exactly what happens to him in it. And there's a lot of twists and turns as well. Great movie, great performances across the board. And if you're wondering what the movie was ever about, if you've never seen it, it's about a civilian diving team who are down there. They're basically mining. They're in this rig, underwater rig. A US nuclear sub goes down. I always find that funny when you hear about a submarine sinking. It's like, well, yeah, they're underwater, but no, they sink. But it sinks, and when they are the only team who can kind of go to those depths. And these, I think it's 3, maybe 4 US Marines are sent down to them. They think they're just going down to try and find survivors, and the team is actually there to retrieve nuclear warheads. And it goes from there. This is the movie, and this is crazy when you think it was in 1989, that they had the water effect, the big water spout alien. That technology that was able to do that effect is how they managed to make the T-1000 for Terminator 2 Judgment Day. If it wasn't for The Abyss, that effect for the T-1000 would have probably never been done at least to the standard that it was in T2. All because of that. But on top of that, another announcement came out today that apparently, for some reason, it's Disney. I get it with some of the Fox properties, but they seem to be highlighting movies that weren't Fox. That James Cameron's filmography will be released in Ultra HD from Disney. And it says James Cameron's Aliens, The Abyss, and True Lies will be released in 4K for the first time, and special editions for other films will be available. True Lies is the most interesting one because he's been talking about getting True Lies on Blu-ray for years, and it just never came about. So let's have a quick look at this. So it says Disney is releasing 6 of the most beloved films from director James Cameron in 4K. For True Lies, The Abyss, and Aliens, this marks the first ever release in 4K. While special collector's editions of Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar The Way of Water will also hit shelves. All will be available on 4K through digital retailers including Prime Video, Apple TV, and Vudu from Fandango. I've never heard of Vudu. What's Vudu? Who owns that thing? I suppose probably Fandango, seeing as it says Fandango. And in 2024, the 4K Blu-ray discs, that's the important part, always buy physical media. The films will benefit from the enhanced treatment by feature immersive Dolby Atmos audio, 4K HDR picture quality, and hours of bonus features. About remastering the films, Academy Award winning filmmaker Cameron said, "There's a world of emotions in revisiting these films, and I hope we've captured some of that in the new bonus materials we've created for our fans." And then says the director first gained recognition in 1984 for The Terminator, which he wrote and directed, and Cameron's follow-up films continued to impress. 1986 Aliens launched a media franchise that included films, novels, video games, comic books, and toys. The film earned critical acclaim and blah blah blah. And then of course goes on about Terminator 2 and stuff. And then we get to, in 1994, spy thriller True Lies, Schwarzenegger starred as Henry Tasker, a US government agent whose world is turned upside down when he discovers his wife, Jamie Lee Curtis, might be having an affair. All the while, terrorists smuggle nuclear warheads into the United States. The action comedy became the third highest grossing film of the year. True Lies Collector's Edition, out December 12th, will feature a behind the scenes look with cast and crew as they share insight into the stunts and cutting edge technology utilised to bring the comedy thriller to the screen. True Lies is the one fans really want. We've all been looking for that movie on Blu-ray for years now, and the fact that we're going to get a collector's edition 4K Blu-ray, bring it on, baby, bring it on. Unfortunately, it means giving money to Disney, but it's worth it for the Blu-rays, because once you have it in your hand, they can't change it on you. And that's the one thing we can be guaranteed. There was no editing from Disney in these yokes, because there's no way Jim Cameron was going, yeah, edit my movie, take these situations and lines out of the movie because you might find them offensive. Don't be surprised if the Blu-ray pops up saying this movie contains outdated language. But other than that, bring it on. So The Abyss is coming back to the big screen in 4K for one day only, and then by the looks of it and sounds of it, we will be getting in the new year the 4K Blu-ray of it, as well as Titanic, Avatar, The Way of Water, Aliens, obviously The Abyss, and the one we all want, True Lies. So, with that, I will leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.